Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. This is RK Craig. Let's play of Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition with Bella Shepard. We just took care of business on Pharaohs. Now gonna go ahead and talk to the crew, see what's going on there. I don't anticipate it'll be that long of a conversation, not compared to the early game, but we shall see. Then after that, we'll be looking to do these two side missions. Well, depending on how quick it goes, we may do more, or we may end up doing less. But we'll see how conversations go. Do the first one we want to look at is this dealing with Cerberus. This is in the Maroon Sea, and we've got another one here that's also taking place. That this was something from ExoGeni that we picked up there on Pharaohs. It's also in the Maroon Sea, so we'll be looking at both of those. And there are still plenty. Like there's a couple more. There's stuff that we can do other side missions and stuff, but I'm gonna look to be ending it by going to the Citadel and speaking with Udina and Anderson to debrief them. So that's the goal. That's what we're up for. That's what's going down. So let's get to it. We'll go on Presley. We'll see if Joker's got something to say, which I believe he does after main missions, although it's normally something kind of brief. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
No promises are, bud. All right.
I have to go.
All right, see you.
Yep, no promises there. All right, we'll be down a level. Speak to Liara. See if the doctor has anything new to say. Check here in our locker and replenish our grenades as well. Yeah. Alright. Need any meta-gel? Probably not. Yeah, we're good. Hello, Doctor.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Apparently
I
not.
should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Good boy. Alright. Dr. Tassoni.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I don't want to be over concerned. I said I don't think there's still a route for them to try and get involved romantically, but just in case. You doing alright?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Yep, Dr. Chakwas is the best of the best.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Just don't let her drink. She likes to drink and get knocked out. Alright, let's talk.
I like talking with you, Liara. No matter what the subject.
Then let us talk about you. Are you okay?
We're gonna confide in her how we're doing here. I think I'm gonna have her confide in her. I guess Shep's having a rough time sleeping, but for this, any of the Alliance crew, she wouldn't be fessing up to this. She would just pretend I'm fine. But with Liara, gonna go ahead and let her know. Not sleeping so hot.
I'm not sleeping well. The visions keep me up at night.
I wish there was something I could do to help you. You need to be at your best, Commander. The crew relies on you for leadership. It can be a heavy burden.
Honestly, don't recall that question being in this game. I'm gonna guess Ahmad has. Maybe this was cut content, or I don't know. Maybe it's AI generated. I'm not sure, but I don't recall that question being in this game. No, I think that weight of leadership does certainly weighs on her, but I don't know that Shep's gonna be because she is still the leader, and I don't think she wants to have those that are looking to her for leadership to be too worried about it. So I can handle it.
I've got broad shoulders.
I have no doubt about that. but can they carry the weight of an entire galaxy? If we don't stop Saren... No, never mind. I'm sorry, Commander. The last thing you need is someone constantly reminding you of how grim things are. Is there anything else you would rather talk about?
No, that's all right, Leora. All right, I should go.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I didn't know she'd say that there, but Shep says it plenty. That's for sure. Whoops, a little bit of hanging up there. All right, Mr. Lenko. How's it going?
Anything you need, Commander?
By the way, yep, you'll see that, like I kind of just sidely mentioned there about, we're going with the one in-game reason and one meta reason, why Shep's going to allow, first of all, herself and the two, Alliance soldiers that go on missions to dress less formally now. Shep sees this as this is still an Alliance ship. Shep is still Alliance, they're still Alliance. But this ship is currently flying under the Council flag. And so, in being that, Shepard is in this position currently as a Spectre, not as necessarily as like the commander on this ship, though she maintains that rank, of course, she is. But she is a Spectre, and this ship, in this current mission, is that of a Spectre working for the Council. And so she's going to go ahead and allow for. Now, of course, like I said previously, Rex, Garrus, Tali, and Liara and such, that they didn't, of course, have to abide by what type of attire they wore as part of a uniform of the alliances that didn't belong to the alliance. Well, like I said, this being a Citadel mission, she's gonna be a little lax on them and on herself as well. As this is pretty much like a special forces mission under the flag of the Council. So that's why that's the in-game reason of why I'm saying Shep's gonna allow them to do this. Meta reason is I just want guys to change up their look and have different looks. So that's what we're going with. But all right, tactical appraisal.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could take it. Hell of a deal you worked out with Jong, though. If I ever get a speeding ticket, I want you to be my advocate.
Yeah, I'm terrible at law, but I'll do well enough if it comes to helping Tally. You'll see. All right, looking for your personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. There's gotta be some xenobiologists who want to read about the Thorian.
Yeah, too busy to talk. They can wait.
The paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. The debriefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
I mean, that just seems pretty typical, though.
Wanting to believe everything will be fine?
Yeah.
Sounds like human nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened with Vernus.
Yeah, so what happened?
Don't tell me you and Vernus hugged on graduation day.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior, and tried to tell us what to do. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. That's not a lot of time to understand them. But it was Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
Caden is a good dude. He's, he really seems to think things over and really just like try to understand. It's an admirable quality about him. The fact that he did snap, as he's about to be telling us, I believe, within the story and kill Vernus that's pretty shocking, obviously, for when you see the personality of Caden. But I mean, it goes to show, I guess, Christians get pushed hard enough, and especially he was looking to protect someone that he cared about. guess it's not too surprising, but no, Caden's a good dude. So what happened?
I don't see you snapping very easily. You
No.
finally did it.
He hurt Rana, broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do, just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon, right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
You know, you tried to help a friend.
You wanted to help a girl you cared for. That's a noble thing.
Maybe my intentions were noble, but I lost control. I killed him, Shepard. Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Canadics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
Fair enough, I suppose, but yeah, it's pretty shocking when you do hear that story come from Caden, as he does seem so measured and pretty laid back. But yeah, those buttons can be pushed, and especially when you see someone you care about, you know, potentially being harmed. But fair enough.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company accepted, of course.
All right, hang in there, bud. Okay, well, head down to the lower decks. Here with Garrus.
Commander, I wanted to thank you.
What do you want to thank me for, Garrus?
What for, Garrus?
For everything. Taking me with you, letting me be part of your team. I've learned a lot. I've thought a lot about what you've told me. About not sacrificing innocence to achieve the goal. About finding the best way through, not just the fastest. And I've been thinking about Dr. Saleon, too. I'd convinced myself that he deserved to die, but then I started thinking about why I wanted him dead. I realized it wasn't because of what he did to those people. That was part of it, but I think most of it was because he got away from me. He escaped under my watch, and I didn't like that. I let it become personal.
Very good to hear, Garrus.
I'm glad you see it that way. Keep that in mind when we meet Saren.
Don't worry, Commander. I will.
Yep, Garrus is pretty damn badass and great companion. Good dude. And I'm glad we get to have him and Tali through all three games be a companion. It's good that they had a couple of characters that are by Shepard's side through it all. All right, Gunnery Sergeant.
Commander?
Can we talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I should get back to my duty, Skipper. Rifles don't maintain themselves. Not yet, anyway.
All right, but what if I ask you how we're doing as a team?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst place for a colony I've ever seen. Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, that's pretty rough living, I would imagine.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am?
Yep, so this conversation so far going pretty quick. Now, of course, I may just have jinxed it, but we'll see. So far, so good.
Never a dull moment with you, Shepard.
Apparently, Shepard wants to ask a personal inquiry.
You ever go on any missions like ours before?
Saving the galaxy from certain destruction? No. But I've had my share of adventures.
All right, what sort of adventures?
Do you remember any that stick out?
A few. I remember one time I was hired by a Volus diplomat. What an ass.
Well, What about this Volus diplomat?
I guess even politicians have need of mercs from time to time, huh?
Time to time. If it wasn't for politicians, I'd be out of work. They're always looking for ways to get ahead. This one was no different. He wanted me to erase his past. Get rid of an old friend who knew too much. Huh. His old friend turned out to be an Asari commando.
And as most people have heard by now, this many believe to be a story that will be alluding to Arya. I've seen conflicting things from people that work for Bioware saying yes and others saying no. To me, it does seem like it is her. Let's look into this. Ouch.
I can see where that might give you pause.
What? No. Alina and I were old friends. Sort of. We met when we were both contracted to kill the same Turian. Neither of us wanted the other one to get him first. We spent more time fighting each other than tracking that Turian.
And who got him?
Which one of you made it first?
It was a tie. I brought back his head. She got the rest of him.
Yeah.
As far as I know, we both got paid.
Nice.
Anyway, when I told Alina about the diplomat's contract, she and I had a good laugh about it.
And what happened after that?
So what'd you do?
Well, I wasn't going to lose the contract, but I respected Alina. In the end, I let her pick the location where we'd fight. She chose some old Solarian space station overrun with mercs and smugglers. That way we didn't have to worry about hurting any innocent bystanders. Huh. She always was a bit of a softie.
What about the fight itself?
What happened on the station?
What didn't happen? For 2 days I chased her through that station. Used my entire store of ammunition. Had to kill a bunch of mercs and use their crap weapons. By the 3rd day, the station was barely holding together. The mercs were dead or gone. Life support was failing. But I had her. She'd locked herself in the med labs. She was trying to patch herself up. Damn tough, that one. Then just when I thought I had her, the station's core went critical. Barely made it back to my ship in time.
Did she get out?
I assume the Asari Commando didn't make it.
I watched the station from a distance. I never saw her leave. And when that place blew, there was nothing left larger than a Turian's right nut. So I headed back to the diplomat to give him the good news and collect my pay. But before I got halfway there, Alina sent me a message. Better luck next time. Now, I'm not superstitious, but if someone can survive that, well, they deserve to live. At least for a bit longer.
And what became of the Volus?
What about the diplomat? He wanted her dead.
I told him the truth. Alina was still alive and she was really pissed. I told him if he wanted to live, he'd need me around to protect him.
Cagey.
You're smarter than you look, Rex.
He kept me on as his personal guard until he died. Natural causes. Easiest job I've ever had. A little boring, but credits are credits.
Yep. Oh, well done, Rex.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Alright, we gotta try it again. I'm sure it's not gonna work, but yeah, I'm gonna try something. I'll do an immediate load after if the Rex Shepard trick don't happen.
Shepard?
Well, not trick, but
Rex?
the way it's supposed to. See? But
Rex?
never had an issue with this before this LP, man. Used to always be able to go back and forth with them doing this Shepherd Rex thing. I doubt this will fix it, but
Shepard?
Rex?
I gotta try, man. No,
Rex?
not so curious. Ah, well. Alright, just talk to Tally and then we'll get into doing some side missions. I do want to make note that in Mass Effect 2, I very like, well, there is a mod that would do this, that would allow it within Mass Effect 2. I would have had Bella Shepard romance Tally. Tally's my favorite character, and without question, I would have been very happy to have them be an item in Mass Effect 2. And I still could do that, but the issue is there isn't a Mass Effect 3 mod for it. And so it, you know, I don't know what happens to like that with that save file has that check within it. I imagine that they were an item, but does it mess it up in Mass Effect 3 where they, you know, it would go, but she's gonna kind of refer to Shep as if he's a male. I don't know. I don't know how, or if it just wouldn't quite carry over properly, or what. But there is no mod for that for Mass Effect 3. The person who's made the mod has apparently said that they are working on it, but it has been many years. There hasn't really been an update that's still the case. So I don't know. So yeah, unfortunately, although that would have been my choice, it's not gonna happen.
It feels like we're getting near the end, doesn't it, Shepard? With Saren, I mean.
Well, I hope so.
It won't be much longer. One way or another, it'll all be over soon.
You'll find the conduit before he does. I know you will. You have to. And after this is all over, when my pilgrimage ends and I go back to my own people, I'll be proud to say I was a part of it.
Not just a part, Tally, but a very important part.
We couldn't have done this without you, Tally.
No.
You've been good to me. A lot of people treat Quarians like second-class citizens. They just want us to go back to our fleet and disappear. But you've treated me just like everyone else on your crew. Like an equal. That means a lot, and it says something about you. Whatever happens, I just want to say thank you for that.
Thank you too, Tally, and you're welcome.
I'm gonna miss you when you go back to your own people, Tally.
That won't happen for a while yet. I'll be right here anytime you need me.
And the people that made the Tally Remaster mod did a fantastic job, man. She looks amazing in through that shield. So, well done.
I should go.
See you later.
Got another I should go. Alright, and that Tally Remaster mod does carry over though into, or doesn't, not that it carries over, but there are versions of it for Mass Effect 2 and 3, so. And it gets more transparent with each game, so you can see her even better in each game after that. Alright, so yeah, that went relatively quickly, and I think most of them have pretty much wound down. There's gonna be some stuff when after we, pretty much hijack the Normandy, and there'll be some conversations after that, but I don't think there's too much more to go in terms of talking with the crew. Still, well, there will be a little bit after Vermeer with some. Oh no, it's just going to not. I don't want to do a hard save. Okay, we're gonna head to the Maroon Sea. See you later, Pharaohs. We'll be doing this one in the next session, I believe. We'll probably likely be doing that. Is this one that has to do with Rachni, but it's I think a couple planet mission, and it's kind of, there's a few things to do. Like it's a little bit, but we'll be doing that later. Okay, ExoGeni facility. So that must be Maroon Sea. Yep. First gonna look at the samples. Is that the Cerberus one? I believe so. And if it's Cerberus, that means we'll be taking Ashley and Caden.
message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, I'm glad you were in the area. We've got an emergency situation, and you're the only one I can trust to get the job done.
I'm in.
How can I help, Admiral?
Biotic fanatics have hit a medical research station with a psychotropic drug. The drugs have temporarily driven researchers crazy, and the biotics are effectively using them as human shields.
Yeah, I guess I just can't go running in.
So if I shoot everything that moves, a lot of researchers are gonna die.
Exactly. A normal team could handle the biotics, but a lot of innocent researchers would die during the operation. That's why I contacted you. I'm hoping you can keep the casualties to a minimum.
I'll certainly try my best, sir. You can count on me.
I'll do everything within my power to bring those researchers back safely, Admiral.
I know you will, Commander. I'm sending you the station coordinates now. Fifth Fleet out.
Yeah. Don't think he said a station, so I don't think that's this. I think he's just giving us something new, maybe. Up. All right, we'll take it. Anything else? Up. Protein data disk. Yeah, I looked at that one already. There. Light metal. Alright. Let's take a look at Chaska. Okay. Aiden and Ash, let's go. Alright, actually I think this one does have several facilities on it. Yeah, they're all kind of grouped together over in here. Then what's that one? It's just an anomaly. Yeah, I think we got 3 different facilities. Basically, I think they have creepers in them, thorium creepers. Which of course, which of course Cerberus is looking into, because that's how Cerberus does. They look into any and all monstrosities and try to control it. Alright. Make our way up and over this. Man, can't believe we're actually, getting pretty close to end game. Like, I'm anticipating, and we'll see, that this will probably be a 25, 26, maybe 27 episodes, maybe. That's I'm pushing it, but we'll see it. This will be episode 18, but I mean, that's just me guessing. I don't know how much. It may be even less than that.
On my way.
All right. Go ahead and save. Head on in. Ready, team? Nice. All right. Thanks. Pretty dark in here. I see lots of stuff I could be exploding, but we'll hold off till we got opportunity. That one mission that we just got from Hackett. Sounds like I'm gonna have to probably turn off my explosive rounds again. And man, I realized how much I kept talking about explosive rounds in that last mission there on Pharaohs, but you guys don't understand, man. I love them. So sorry if I drive you nuts.
All targets down.
Thanks, Ash. Talking about explosive rounds, but not only does Bella Shepherd love them, I love them. Alright. Yeah, I anticipate that Vermeer will probably be 2 videos. I'm kind of... Ilos can be a lot of stuff, man. And I'm kind of... I don't know. Kind of don't really want to turn that into 2 videos because it's such important stuff and, you know, so much important information. I don't know, you kind of want to carry the momentum of carrying that all within one mission. So I may, but the spiked altars are the key to unlocking our potential. Ah, how nice. Good old indoctrination time. All right. So yeah, I'm not sure if Ilos will be 2 or 1. And of course, once you do that, Ilos is like, that's where you're right on then to the last mission at the... Alright, no further stuff in any room. Carrying on to the Citadel. I mean, that's, of course, like I say, that's the end game, man. And the Citadel one for sure will be just 1 mission. Will be 1 video. Boom, baby. Alright, off. I think the spot up there, that's, I think where we want to end at. From you got going on down here. Do that, and then you do the science facility. Alright. Yeah, I think there's... Make our way to that through this gap, I believe. Yep, there we go. Yep, there you go. Good old dragon's teeth.
The entire colony must have been transformed.
And I thought this one was with Thorian creepers, but obviously not, unless there are Thorian creepers up there, but
On my way.
Negative contacts, Commander.
thank you, Caden. Go. Yeah, things seem darker and creepier in here. Weird, it's just standing there. Well, that was kind of cool. Well done, team.
Clear.
Thanks, bud. Oh man. Damn. No, if Phoenix armor is any good, I don't recall. Striker, striker, striker. Alright. And I'm have the funny feeling that we ain't gonna be able to get into the one upstairs either, just like the last space, but I've gotta check. Can't not check. Gotta check. Yeah, that's it. Nothing. Alright. You can get up to that. Oh, it's not as easy to get up. Cause in like the it seems like you could. I just did I see a little prompt? Or was that just to talk to Ash? Yeah. Oh well. It's not like it's important. I think a prompt is at least in the first in the original trilogy, not the Legendary Edition. A prompt did pop up there to say, press A and Shepard would mount the boxes there. But it appears not now. Alright. So one more facility to go. Take out these Cerberus scum. Job team. Mark it on the map. There we go. One. Right up yonder. What's the easiest way to get up there? That's a mighty steep hill. Seems like it was pretty steep over here too. Yeah. Over there might be a way. Yeah, I think we'll be able to make it up from over here. Shouldn't be a problem. There we go. Right around out here. Yep. Alright. Then I'm flying.
Heading out.
Yep. Heading out. Alright. Let's go ahead and save. I can't say I can for sure remember how this plays out. And I have a feeling I think I know which one this is exactly, but I'm not certain. Get him? Yep. Oh, they get him. That did.
Perimeter clear.
Yeah, buddy. Eso sí me gusta. Alright. Let's see. Yeah. Get in. Must be this way. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, that's what I was remembering, but this obviously is just gonna push us toward another facility. It's fine. Lots of stuff. I'll tell you that. All right, let's see what it says. There's a lot to answer for. Download logs. Yep.
Cerberus. Should have known they were behind this.
Yep. You should have. See what the journal says. Okay. Get a little closer to read. Oh no, that's the one that Admiral Hackett just gave us. Well, so then we don't proper get a full update till we the ship. Maybe I don't know. See, I don't remember this particular little side mission all that well. The main side mission with Cerberus that I remember was the Kahoku stuff. Alright, I mean, I don't think there's anything here that opened up new. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright. We look to head to the ExoGeni. Yeah, go check into that. Start from the outside and work our way in. Or the matriarch's writings, nice. Yeah, ExoGeni facility is probably the one that has to do with
Looks like
storing
we've got an active
creepers.
distress beacon on the planet below, Commander. No message, just a locator signal.
That'd be my guess, but I don't. A lot of these side missions I can't remember too well. Some, yeah, and others not so much. We'll take Liara and Rex. Floating spores in the sky, it seems. Got it there. Our aim is facility. But what are these? An abandoned camp. I guess we'll take a look at those. They're just right here. See what that's about. Really pretty planet. It's really nice. Huh. Yep, throwing creepers. Alright. So I do remember this. Yep, I remember this. Alright, we'll go ahead and there. Eve. Them the smithereens. Alright. Anything I can pick up? Yep. Lots of stuff. Alright. There we go. Got them rocking new gear. Shep's rocking new gear. Got the main mission. Change it up. Okay. So now over there. And I can't say for certain if I will be doing every single side mission or not. Hard to say. Because I'm not going to be going through every single like cluster and system to see if I've landed on every planet. I'm not doing a completionist playthrough of it. I'm wanting to get most of the game done. Like, you know, obviously main story, and then a great deal of the side quests and stuff. But I'm not 100%ing it, and but I do want to do most of the stuff.
So tell me, who's winning a fight between you and Shepard?
Do Krogan size up everyone for a fight? Even friends and allies?
Yes.
Yeah, Rex keeps asking. I remember asking Tali that. She pretty much asked him the same thing. Like, these people not know Krogan? Of course, that's how they measure everybody. Who wins in a fight? That raises the question what they get into in the Citadel DLC. Who wins in a fight between Rex and Grunt? To me, I don't think it's even that much of a question, honestly. And now, obviously, people could totally disagree with this, but I do take Rex in that fight. Grunt, obviously, is like the epitome of the perfect Krogan soldier, you know, built with the best of the best in terms of DNA. And even, you could say, training in a sense of what was imprinted on him. But he does lack experience, and he also, even if you say not Mass Effect 2 Grunt, but Mass Effect 3 Grunt, even where he's had some experience under his belt, is including leading that Arlac company, you know, an elite team. So he does have by then some experience. Nevertheless, it's not anywhere close to Rex, who's anywhere between, like I said, 1,000 years old to 1,500 years old, who also is a biotic. Biotics are obviously a tremendous advantage. So yeah, in a fight between Rex and Grunt, I'm taking Rex. In a fight of Shepard and Rex. That's pretty disgusting. I mean, Shepard's the player character, so yeah, I'm taking that player character. Shepard's an absolute badass. That's when we thought we were done with these nasty creatures, huh? They're pretty vile. I'm sure Grunt is, or Grunt, I'm talking about Grunt so much now. I'm sure Rex is happy to see him again and able to put his shoddy to work once again. Alright. Yeah, I love Grunt. I think Grunt's a pretty cool character. I really like his voice actor. And, but Rex is, I think, far superior. If we were to take Drac added into that from Andromeda, I honestly do not recall what type of powers he has. If he is a, I know he's really old, like he might be even older than Rex. But I don't recall if he's also a biotic. I don't believe so. I don't think he is. So that may be a closer fight, even though he's old and now, can be crafty. He uses experience against Grunt. I might take Grunt on that one.
Rescuers? Oh, thank God. See? I told you somebody would come to investigate that signal. My name is Dr. Ross, Chief ExoGeni researcher at this facility. We've
Hello.
been trapped in this room for days. We're almost out of food and water. You got here just in time.
Yeah. ExoGeni creepers. I need answers.
Not so fast. First, you're gonna tell me why this place is overrun with Thorian creepers.
How do you know about the Thorian?
I'm the one who killed it, lady.
I know what ExoGeni was up to. I saw what they let the Thorian do to those colonists, so I destroyed it.
Our secret's out then. No point in my lying. You already know the worst. The creepers here were created using altered samples from the specimens on Pharos. We discovered a way to turn them into docile, obedient servants.
Uh-huh.
Everything was going fine until a few days ago. Then all the creepers suddenly went berserk. Only a handful of us made it back into the safety of this room.
Yeah. This is some Cerberus level shit right here. Yeah, what's with that generic distress call?
Why didn't you send a clear message asking for help? All we had was that signal from the emergency beacon.
This is a closed communications base. ExoGeni was worried about someone on the project selling secrets to a rival firm or reporting our work to the authorities. We have no direct communication with the outside, only the emergency beacon. It sends a general distress signal to the ExoGeni site on Pharos. They're supposed to send a team to respond inside of 24 hours, but it sounds like they had problems of their own.
Man, why would you accept such a job? Far off on this remote world in the middle of nowhere. You can't communicate with anybody, no family, nothing. Man, that. Any other survivors?
Any chance some of the other people at the base might still be alive?
I doubt it. Too many creepers out there. They never stood a chance. We're the only ones left.
And tell me about these creepers going berserk.
Any idea why they turned on you?
Maybe there was still some kind of link between the creepers and the Thorian back on Pharos. The Thorian was unlike any other life form we've ever studied. I can't explain how, but maybe when it died, it somehow set off the creepers here.
No more questions.
I've heard all I need to.
Look, I know what we did here was wrong. I'll admit that. But it's over now. There's no sense reporting this to the authorities, right?
It's over now. People lost their lives, lady.
You were in charge of this project. The safety of the staff was your responsibility. They trusted you, and you betrayed that trust.
Be reasonable. I didn't mean for this to happen. Besides, how does it help anyone if I end up in jail? Normally, ExoGeni would have my back, but it sounds like they're going to have their hands full cleaning up the mess on Pharos. But I've got money. A nice little emergency fund I set up. It's yours if you let us go.
Nope. You all need to be detained and go through the court system for this. You need to have a trial.
The victims here deserve justice. I have to take you in.
That's not going to happen. Open fire.
Your
Open
choice.
Fire.
Go, go, go!
Yeah. She didn't want to face justice, so she got Spectre justice. Oh, that was a distress signal. Didn't seem to have shut down by hitting it though. Can I just shoot it? Can I shoot it up? It won't blow up. Oh well. I guess it still spins, but the signal has been killed. Alright. No. Not sure what's in that anomaly that's here also in the Maroon Sea, what that one is about. What I'm likely gonna do, I want to click on and see what planet it is, if I recognize it. But honestly, I'm wanting to head to the Citadel, speak to Udina and Anderson, and bring this to a close. The next one we won't be doing any dialogue with our crew or with anyone else. Would be might do a few little side missions there on the Citadel, and then head off and do a bunch of these type of missions. Get a lot more of them done. See what all we pick up, of course. Yeah, like we will investigate those shipments. We'll look at that Rack 9 mission I was talking about, and we might be able to pick up something on the Citadel, maybe. Yeah, I just want to click on this, see what if I recognize what planet it is. I'm not gonna land it. Copia. Is that the one with the person who's basically brain dead? Is that this one? Did we already even already do that? I don't recall. But yeah, we'll get to that one. Just not yet. Yeah, I got quite a few anomalies out here still to do. A besieged base. Investigate the shipments. Yeah, we got still quite a bit to do out here, but we'll be doing that in the next one. For now, I want to go speak to Udina. And Captain Anderson. Hold her down, Presley. Be back in a jiffy. You too, Joker. Alright. take Ash and Talizora Naraya. Tally hopping
Equalizing
again.
interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer
Oh,
is
we're going,
ashore.
Tally. We're going.
Exo Presley has the deck.
All right. And hook. All right.
Hey, Tally. I heard a rumor that under those environmental suits, Euquarians are partially synthetic.
No, living in the clean environment of the flotilla has weakened our immune systems. The environmental suits protect against diseases.
It still makes you look a little like a Geth, though. I'm just saying.
Oof. Man. I mean, it is surprised though that they designed the guests to look somewhat, you know, to have some similarities to themselves. That's not surprising. All right, to the embassies we go. Now, let me go ahead and get a save. Into the embassies. We'll speak to Avina the next time because I was meant to do that a while back. Haven't really had the opportunity, I'd say, but we will. I think in the next one. I mean, not that there's nothing vital or anything, but just to hear her introduction to this area basically is what she's for. But all right, this reporting for debriefing.
I saw your Ferris report. If we had known anything about the Thorian, ExoGeni would never have been given the permits to start a colony there. Thank God the colony survived. We can't afford to have too many failures out in the Traverse. It's one of our major expansion regions.
I did my job.
All in a day's work, Ambassador.
Sometimes I envy you, Commander. Running around the galaxy, doing whatever you please, never worried
Pretty
about
awesome.
the long-term consequences. No, you leave that to me. I have to look at the big picture, and usually it's not very pretty.
It's your job, politician.
Just ignore him, Shepard. The ambassador's a little bitter sometimes. Comes with the job.
Yeah, I guess. I don't think there's anything new with him, but we'll say
Yes,
hello.
Commander?
Yep.
I should
nothing
go.
new.
I'll be here if you need anything.
I should go. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it, though. We're going to sign off here from the embassies. I thank you so much for joining me. It's been fun, as it always is. I look forward to bringing this to a close soon. It's going to be pretty awesome close that Mass Effect 1 has. It's really good stuff. And then, of course, we'll be heading right into Mass Effect 2, which is tremendous fun as well. And I thank you for joining me. Arcade Craig sign off. I wish if you did enjoy this that you'd hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks so much for watching. See you around. Later.